Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks, let's get ready to speed run.
Oh, amazing. Absolutely
Alrighty, I'm your
amazing.
host for today. My name is Tuba Toothpaste, also known as Alex. With me to do the opening this morning. Oh, I have them switched in. I have Princess Leaf
Oh,
Leaf
I
as
didn't.
Dalesman DM and
I'm the
Dalesman DM
DM.
as Princess Leaf Leaf. I
I
just
just got
know.
a doctorate. I came out on top of this equation.
Good
Well,
luck.
how are you guys doing this morning? How's everything going?
Going good. I'm pretty wrecked from yesterday, but I'm also like ready to bring the energy back to day 2 of Check Please.
Yeah, you had a great run yesterday, Desmond DM / Princess Leaf Leaf. I've got
It's
my
so
run
nice
later.
of you to lie like that. It was such a bad run.
I love the magic that you use that I didn't know how to use in my own childhood attempts at that game. I was like, huh, could I have been doing that? I didn't know.
Yeah, oh man, that octopus. It was a absolute
Octopus.
mess of a run. Speaking of runs that were not a mess, though, that Metroid Dread run was crazy good.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that one, I don't know, like half the time it's like just turn off like part of my brain just to be like, okay, focus.
Just
But
lock in.
I love that run. I love that game too. I love the Metroid series in general. It's just such a fun
Okay.
series, and I always like Metroidvanias as well. So, um, but let's see. Let's see.
We can. So let's just say, like, what's your what's your favorite? What run are you looking forward to today most?
I don't know what I'm looking forward to today. Um, there's, I just can't put my finger on which run I really want to watch today. No, but I'm excited to see the Majora's Mask showcase.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also excited for a couple of incentives as well today. We've got Tingle Does DDR, which is
The ever
always a classic,
classic.
and we've got a chicken race later today too. I don't want to spoil anything, but it is a great watch.
Oh, excited for the chicken race. I'm looking forward to personally the Spell Rogue game. I've just looked at it a little bit. Don't know much about it. I'm pumped for that. I don't want to just the Animal Well run is I've just been kind of sitting next to that for the past several weeks, and I still know nothing about that game, but I am super excited for the weirdness that comes with it.
I too am looking forward to the Majora's Mask today. I'm looking forward to the secret game that Winston's going to be doing. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I do know a few of the top secret details. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to how he's going to get that together.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I do want to say we are definitely well over halfway to our goal. We raised $2,565 yesterday. Like everybody in chat, give yourselves a pat on the back. Great work, absolutely amazing that we managed to raise that much in a day. And we'll hear a little bit more about what that money is going to from Princess Leaf Leaf. Because we'll put on the second half of the interview today, but she can also explain it a little bit more in detail.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. We're going to see the second half of the interview with Girls Who Code's Emily Ong. We're going to hear her some advice that she would give to herself as a teenager on being brave and not being perfect. We could all take that advice a little bit, I think. We're going to hear some metrics of Girls Who Code, how they foster success, both through some exciting numbers and data, but also some really cool personal stories. Emily has so many personal stories of success through Girls Who Code. She's going to talk a little bit about inclusivity. And then what's really exciting is she'll talk about what initiatives or donations will go to, and you'll hear how much it costs, for example, to fund a Girls Who Code club for 1 year. And when you look at the money we've raised, it's really exciting to think about how much we're going to be able to fund. And at the end, we ask a fun question, which I'm going to turn back on you, Tuba Toothpaste and Dalesman DM. If you guys were a breakfast cereal, what breakfast cereal would you be?
Ooh, that is a very good question.
Do we have to answer now, or do we answer after the interview?
You can think about it. That's fair.
Okay, I've got time. I've got time.
Okay. Alrighty. We'll toss it over to the interview here really quick. And then we'll be back afterwards to discuss it a little bit, and then we'll check in with our prize pope again.
Happy to go first. Yeah, I'm Emily Ong. I'm the Director of Partner Development here at Girls Who Code. I've been at Girls Who Code about almost coming up to 8 years now, and really working to scale and grow our programs from 3rd grade to age 26. And now working with companies as well who are interested in bringing their employees on, and other folks help support us as well.
Great. I'm Princess Leaf Leaf, also known as Lauren, and I am a postdoc researcher at a university here in Colorado, and I use coding extensively for ecological and chemical modeling.
Hi, I'm Quigley Q, also known as Jacob Reisinger. I'm a middle school science teacher and robotics teacher, trying to get people into the STEM programs at an early age.
So when I was a teenager, I had no idea that I was going to be going into science or using coding. I did not have the confidence for that. I was wondering if you could give your own teenage self one piece of advice about technology in your life. What would it be?
That's a very good question. I feel like I would have given myself a lot of advice at the time. But you know what? I think one that has always stuck with me that's very important is, and what our founder has always said, is to be brave and not perfect. I think, of course, it's good to be perfect, right? I mean, I think it's good to have high quality when you're putting something out, but sometimes that can hinder progress. If you're too afraid to try something new, to dive into something because you're afraid of failing, then you'll definitely fail if you don't try. But if you try, it's a 50-50 chance. You can maybe do it. So it's a no until you try. So we always encourage our students to similarly be brave, just put yourself out there and fight through the butterflies a little bit, because you never know what's going to happen in the end. And if you do fail, if you do fall off the horse, that's okay. I mean, in Silicon Valley, they fail. If you don't have 3 failed startups, then I guess you're failing. So it's always good to keep trying, keep failing, but be brave during that process. And it's okay if it's not perfect. It takes steps to get there, and it's okay if it's not on the first try.
I love that. Fight through the butterflies.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. You just got pushed through sometimes. Pretend they're not there. Fake it till you make it, and then somehow it'll be real.
That's awesome. So we'd love to know, what are some measures of success you have? So at Girls Who Code, what are some things you can share with us that you consider successful? Like you mentioned how many schools you were in this new push and all these amazing things, but what do you consider being successful so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose there's kind of 2 sides to that too, a little bit. Some, it's more of our numerical, which is more the written side, or more quantitative. I personally like the stories and different things as well, that I think really make it impactful and more, I think, tangible for me, I think. But in terms of just overall, in terms of our impact, I see it in the numbers every day because I'm always on the computer looking at the data. But for us too, I mean, about 330,000 of the students we've reached so far are finally in that college or post-college age. That's actually 5.2 times the number of women graduating with computer science degrees in the US. So it's really great to see the breadth, I think, of the community we were able to create that's so special and tight-knit. And then out of the alumni, we can track into the workforce, more than half are working in the tech-related jobs. So it's great to be able to see that continuation, especially only 27% of computing jobs are held by women in general, nationally. So on that side, always really great to see what that impact could be tangibly. And then in terms of more like the story side and what that looks like, I hear every day all the incredible things that our students are creating, what they're doing to really make a positive impact on society as well, which I really like. For example, during COVID, we had one of our alumni who was super impressive and saw that there was the lacking of like the PPE masks, for example. And so she had gone ahead and 3D printed and like worked with all these different places to 3D print like thousands and thousands of PPE masks as well. And I think they donated more than 80,000 PPE masks to frontline health workers across the US. And that was super impressive, like to really see it on the ground, this difference, right? Another one, which really got me too, I think, especially with like mental health on the rise and a lot of things in that vein. Trisha was her name, but she had read about this 12-year-old girl in Florida who had unfortunately taken her own life after being bullied online for over a year. And so Trisha, she was only 13 years old. She sprung into action. She built an app that detected and prevented cyberbullying posts. And actually, her app had been rolled out now to over 1,000 schools. It's been very widely celebrated and won a lot of national and international awards. So I think that's a great example of like the type of trailblazing talent that can be unleashed when we invest in girls and women and non-binary individuals. Like, it's such a thoughtful way to approach these community issues, leveraging technology to make it even better when we can.
Yeah, wow. Love both sides of it. Yeah, it's like, as a science person, I'm like, ooh, quantitative data. Ooh, I need
Sure.
And it's like, but I'm a teacher, so it's like those stories, you're right, that personal connection to it is always the thing that I go home and think about more, is like the real people with lives that were impacted by doing something and they get to share that experience. So the fact that you have so many of them, that's amazing. That's incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, and I think what's nice too is that's the level on the ground, and we hear those stories everywhere. I think also give you a sense of our kind of reach too. We work with about 650 community partners. Now that could be, for example, like the New York City Department of Education or like Dallas Independent School District. We have like Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas or NYU, like bunch of mix of different organizations as well that we work with all across the country. So between like the state level DOEs, the international level, national level, and then very local level, we can really understand exactly what every community needs to move that forward. So I think that level of regional nuance and local feel as well is also really important to us and part of that reach as well.
Okay. I'll ask one that I'm just curious about. You've already touched a little bit on inclusivity, but I'm just wondering if your understanding of sort of who you serve has evolved since Girls Who Code started, and how you balance sort of like inclusivity with your core mission.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that inclusivity has always been part of our core mission. And I think part of why we were started in the first place, because we wanted to make it more inclusive for those perspectives across the board. One of our core values at Girls Who Code internally as well is girls first leadership. So we're always thinking when we develop a program, even just like an interest form or an application, we always ask the question before we roll it out, okay, what would the student's perspective be? And also multiple perspectives for our students. Would it be the same for, a student in North Dakota versus in Florida versus in Hawaii, right? Like, what does that look like? And what are the backgrounds of those students and how does that impact their experience? So it's always really important with us, both in terms of how we develop our curriculum and work, and who we're representing in the curriculum, who we're talking about in the curriculum, and moving that forward. Always really important. Now, I think in terms of us, we started off with those 20 girls in a small classroom. That's since widened, right? I think originally we said, okay, we're supporting girls and women. That now also is continuing to widen, right? In terms of non-binary as well, and what that looks like in terms of their experience and how we move forward in a way that's important and also reflective of their experiences. So that's definitely widened. I think the way we go about it with our curriculum development is also been impacted as well to really be that girls first mindset. And then also the way we network and work with all those 650 community partners. We're part of several alliances and work to really think not just as an internal organization, but as an ecosystem of different organizations that can support and uplift one another, and all the nuances within diversity and inclusion across the board. So all that to say, very much infused in everything we do, both on the nitty gritty day to day, and then just in part of the ethos of who we are.
Okay, real quick. So we're raising money for donations for Girls Who Code. We do this. Just what are some things that people's donations will go directly to? Last year, we donated about $5,150 or $5,100.50. We were shooting for 4,000-ish, and so we're hoping to continue that as well this year. So what does those donations go to?
Yeah, absolutely. So every single dollar makes honestly a huge difference for Girls Who Code and the lives of our students. And we definitely are so careful about how we move that forward to make the most difference as much as we can. Now, once again, every dollar makes a big difference. Just to give a sense of the levels of support too, about $50 helps one Girls Who Code student have a full year of programming in a Girls Who Code club. So we're then able to provide that full year of learning, growth, and mindset for those students. About $100 provides real-world mentorship opportunities and connections with our company partners for our college and career age students. $250 allows our curriculum developers to provide the 3rd to 12th grade students with activities for a full year as well. And then even $500 often helps us give equipment and technology to our most vulnerable students, who are the most historically underrepresented. And $1,000 helps a Girls Who Code entire club for an entire school year. So $1,000 helps an entire school run a Girls Who Code club all year round, which is really helpful and makes such a big difference in the community. So once again, every dollar matters. We really appreciate it and encourage folks to really believe in our mission as much as we do, because it's important, and this work is definitely near and dear to us as well as to you all. So I'm really excited as well for what we can do together.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Emily. I'm going to ask you a fun question now.
Okay.
Thank you for all the informative answers and the inspirational quotes. All right. Which breakfast cereal are you and why?
Ooh, that's such a good one.
I mean, if you need some time to think, like I would be
Yeah.
Honey Bunches of Oats because I'm a little crunchy, a little granola, but I'm also a little sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good answer. I might say I feel like I'm like trying to think of the weirdest cereal, because I feel like I identify as a weirdo, but like in a good way, you know. I feel like I might be Trix. Is that too for kids? I feel like I'm a little fun, you know, I'm a little silly. I feel like my nieces and nephew always call me the silliest. So I feel like I like to have fun and be a little lighthearted, be able to help folks out. Though I guess Trix is always tricking the children, and I feel like that's not the vibe I want to go for. So
But
second
you're
choice would
there
be
for
Fruit
the
Loops.
kids.
There we go.
Oh.
See. Yes, but otherwise second choice would be Fruit Loops, because that's also a little wacky, but a little more tame. Now I'm getting hungry.
I know. I don't know what cereal I would be. I didn't really get to eat sugary cereals much as a kid. I think I would be the Wheaties with a little bit of cinnamon in there, because I like that little dash of cinnamon, but I like the substantial, you eat a bowl of Wheaties, you're still full. Like, I love morning. So I like to think I'm giving people substantial ecological information.
I love it. That's a good answer.
Right?
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Emily. We really love hearing from you, and we're so excited to get to contribute to Girls Who Code again.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
again.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You all
really
are so
appreciate
wonderful. All right. Thank you both so much. We really appreciate it. We appreciate everyone watching. We're so excited to partner with you all again, and can't wait to see what we can do as we continue to raise that money and support the students. So thank you all so much, and can't wait to do that together.
Check, please.
Alrighty, big shout outs to our interviewers, Princess Leaf Leaf and Quigley Q. Excellent job. I had a lot of fun editing the interview.
Yeah, thanks. Quigley and I had a lot of fun. We felt like we could talk to Emily all day, and but she's got more important things to do than talk to us. But you can tell she loves her work and really helps bring into perspective what we're doing here today.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys think about what cereal you would be?
Very deeply, very, very
Mhm.
deeply. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go first,
Yep.
Tuba. So my cereal would be, I would say I'm going to be Fruity Pebbles because they're remarkably colorful. And lately I've been getting into kind of exploring that more, I don't say flamboyant, but more colorful parts of my personality and things I like. And they turn milk even more colorful. So I'm going to go with Fruity Pebbles.
And I myself would have to go with Rice Krispie Treats, or not Rice Krispie Treats, Rice Krispies, the cereal, because I'm about to turn 35 and my bones snap, crackle, and pop every time I wake up. So.
I think we all relate to that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And for cereal, Tingle would be a big pile of pancakes. Ooh.
Who was
What
that man?
the heck?
Alrighty.
So we've got a couple donations we could read that came in since between last night and since we started the stream today. Shall we get into those?
Absolutely.
We have $10 from Tuba Toothpaste with no comment. We have $50 from The Moon that just says dawn of the second day. Ominous moon sounds intensify. We all know what that sounds like deep in our core. We have $1 from James H. from Fort Collins, Colorado, that just says, longtime watcher, first-time donator. I love seeing these great games from my childhood get destroyed, all for a good cause. P.S. Save the animals. We have $25 from Winston P. Erzavomuth. Just say, let's start the day off strong. Good luck to all the runners today. Couldn't agree more, Winston. And finally, for this initial read, we have $50 from Flash Cry Samurai saying, Day 2 hype! Congrats to everyone yesterday, and good luck to all the runners today.
Alrighty.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you all for your donations. But we're going to check in with the leader of Czechoslovakia, our wonderful prize pope. So, and he'll let us know what prizes are up for grabs today.
In nominem Patri, et Chec pleasus, et spiritus speedy. Oh. Hold, please. You heard the spell. In nominem Patri, et Chec pleasus. Ah, yes. We have video. Thank you, Sir Tuba Toothpaste. Yes, all right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Czech pleasers. In nominem Patri, et Chec pleasus, et spiritus speedy. Welcome to day 2 of Czech Please. We had some wonderful, wonderful donations yesterday. We also had some great prizes that we gave away. Just wanted to give everybody a quick heads up about today's prizes and the prize raffle at the end of the day. So, today, from now until about 2 p.m., you can select a chance to win a Cocoa Water Pro bottle featuring Hard Pea, the Cocoa Pod, Cocoa Water's official new mascot for 2025. You can also win a level 7 shirt. We have one of each size, small, medium, and large, so be sure to get in your donations and select that as your prize as you do. Oh, I just transitioned out, and I'm back. That's okay. Let's see what else we got going on today. We've got Yoshi's Island and Pikmin 1 starting at 2 p.m. We've got a lot of dice for my dice-based run later. A couple donated from Level 7 Games, and a few Check Please dice sets, which are really cool. We've also got a Check Please cross-stitch Majora's Mask N64 Japanese version. We've got a Triforce weaving, and we've got Majora's Blocks, a mysterious final prize for the evening. So be sure to check out our Tiltify page for any and all upcoming and active prizes, and get those donations in for Girls Who Code. All right, thanks everybody. Back to, I believe we're going straight over to Copperlight for dad jokes. Dad's back? Dad!